Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Wands Tarot. My name is Carmen. Today we've got a reading for you that may be a little spicy. We've got the happiness card and desire. So we've got somebody who may be smiling a lot, talking about you to their friends, feeling like something is taking off or doing really well. And there's definitely some romance element here, or at least a strong physical attraction, right? So definitely feel like they're excited that they've met you, but perhaps you want to know, is this just a little situationship or is it something serious? So let's call in spirit with a little bit of Winchenta. I hope you're having a good day. Hello, Jess. Hello, dude. How's it going? If you would like a personal reading, I would love to do one for you. My email address is wickedwandstarot@gmail.com. And I've also recently launched a way for you to get additional content, more live streams, more shorts, more videos, and also monthly personal readings. So you can check that out in the description box below as well. I'm doing well, thank you. Let's dive in. We're gonna start with the Black Tarot. What else do we have? And hopefully you don't hear my dryer go off like halfway through, but if you do, my apologies. When I was recording the shorts earlier, I didn't realize that the blanket I put down on the ground was totally like the little corner of it was in a puddle. Oops. Thought I'd clean it, 10 of Swords, 4 of Swords in the reverse, and the 10 of Wands. So I thought it was kind of interesting. I felt pulled to the Black Tarot because this is very happy energy and this is a little bit darker, right? But this is somebody who I feel has gone through some things. I would think they would describe themselves as like a realist or a pragmatist, or like they're not really an optimist, but I also wouldn't really say that they're a pessimist. But this is somebody who has definitely had some difficult situations that led them to feel like maybe they needed to have some time to themselves. But I do think that they're getting to the point now where they feel like they've had too much time to themselves and they really need to like get back out there, or they want to socialize some more. Hello there. How's it going, Aqua Beauty? Hello, Carl. Dude, I was like almost out of laundry detergent and I forgot to move towels over into the dryer. Like they sat there for a day and I was like, so I have to use the last of my laundry detergent on a redo because I'm an idiot. Not my proudest moment. So we've got the High Priestess in the reverse, 2 of Cups in the reverse, and the World in the reverse. So whoever you're dealing with, they have a past with somebody who was very controlling, very manipulative. They may have even used spell work, but I feel like this is more so somebody who liked to use. So one of the downsides of people having access to something like YouTube is we've got a lot of people who have been able to study up on certain vernacular words, phrases, buzzwords, to actually be able to manipulate and gaslight better, right? Learning how to do it from other people that do it. And I think we've got somebody here who kind of viewed themselves as like like they self-taught with regards to how to manipulate people, and that's who your person was previously dealing with. This made your person very slow to seek out another partnership because I do think initially they felt they had a pretty good read on their partner, and then they had that like, oh, you're that kind of person? So they took a break. But for some of you, this person they maybe weren't quite ready to come out of retirement, but they find you very attractive. There's something about you. Is your name Mary? I know, you can make fun of me. It's all right. It's all right. We've got the Hermit in the reverse and the Three of Wands. So I think this is somebody who kind of blames themselves. Like, I saw the red flags. I knew what I was getting into. I knew that was a problem. But I was like, why not? Do it for the plot. This is somebody who knew they were probably getting in a little over their head, or they were dealing with somebody that was probably going to be a bit difficult. But I did it anyway, is what I'm hearing. Okay, you got stories to tell at least. So they've been very patient, not wanting to get attached to anybody new, or really wanting to feel comfortable with somebody before things escalate, right? We've got Justice in the reverse and the Seven of Cups in the reverse. The Four of Wands in the reverse and the King of Wands. This person's been very non-committal. I'm not going to lie. I think for many of you, your person was just kind of like, F people. Just, I don't trust any of you. Stay way over there. I think they may have cut off a few people. Not just this ex that was very controlling. They had a moment of clarity. Okay, this is such a strange thing. I don't know if this is like from a movie that I saw and I just can't place it. But it's like somebody realizes their power to let go of instability or chaos by breaking up with somebody. And they're like, well, I fired you. I could fire you and you and you at the same time. All right, let's do this. I think they started by ending a relationship that was very toxic, and it helped them to feel more confident or understand that maybe there were some other people that they had kept in their life that they shouldn't have, or people that they took advice from that they maybe just needed to stop asking for advice from. But they were definitely in a non-committal energy until you lit a fire under them. I'm telling you, this person is so attracted to you. They're like, rawr. I kind of feel like this is somebody who's been so determined to avoid relationships that they were able to leverage a lot of self-control, and you are undermining that self-control. They're like, I want to come out of retirement because you're so hot. So whatever you're doing, it's working. What else do we have? This is the Santa Muerte, by the way. What else? Three of Wands in the reverse. We just had the Three of Wands in the upright above that. The Seven of Cups. Four of Wands. Page of Cups in the reverse. So you are a little bit of an anomaly. I think this person's kind of looking at you like, I didn't know somebody like you could actually exist. Maybe you're just a very strange hodgepodge of awesome that don't normally like mix together. But this person's kind of in awe. Like, are you real? Like, it feels like you're just a figment of my imagination. Because I feel like this is an option they really didn't expect, a person they didn't know like could be. So this Four of Wands and Page of Cups in the reverse, it's like you got me rethinking my whole like life plan here, because I met somebody that actually makes me happy and I'm attracted to. Are you really not toxic? Because like if you're toxic, just let me know now. Like, it's feeling to me like something about you, it just kind of like puts them into almost like a middle school frame of mind. Not in a bad way, kind of like a charming way, like you make them nervous. 5 of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles. You got them looking over their shoulder. They're the type of person to walk away before things get serious, but they're not as convinced they want to do that. It's something to do with the fact that you like keep them interested, or you have so many like layers to you. There's more than just physical attraction here. That's just the thing that really got their attention. Hello, Clifford. Hello, Rainbow Warrior. How are you doing? What else? Page of Swords, Ace of Cups, and Temperance. This person's like giving, crap, what's his name? George Clooney vibes. I'm not telling you you're dealing with like a celebrity or anything, but he was like the staple, or like the epitome, the example that people would use as far as like a bachelor, right? Like, oh, I'm pretty sure he's never going to get married. And then apparently he's just like super happy with Amal, I think is her name. And I think he's even said like they don't even fight. It's just like such a good fit. Personality, all of that, intelligence, beliefs or passions. This is somebody who looks at you, and the more they get to know you, the more they're like, were you 3D printed? Who did this? Is this my mom? She's been wanting me to get into a relationship for a really long time. Did she order this? Did she? Weird Science? Is that what it is? Somebody tell me. You're what they've been looking for. It's like, oh God, that's so cheesy, but I'm going to have to say it. It's like you're some random cedar chest that somebody found in an abandoned house. No keys can open it. Nobody can get in there. And then all of a sudden you found the key. You're the key. You're what this person's been looking for, what this person feels is like the only combination of human that they would like want to be with. But don't get like a big head over it, okay? You're their very precise type. It's like I get excited when people have Dr. Pepper available as a beverage, like in a restaurant. Obviously, that's pretty common, but like you go into one of those places where they have like the ability to add like raspberry or cherry or vanilla or whatever to the Dr. Pepper, and I'm over the moon. This person is like looking at you like you're that soda machine that adds all those cool flavors. They're like, oh my God, you're like exactly what I've been looking for. But we do have the moon in the reverse, so we need to figure this out. I think this is somebody who wants something serious for the first time in a long time. They feel like you are magic, but they want to do their due diligence. I need to do a little bit of research. I need to like ask your friends about you, or ask my friends what they think about you. It's like kind of feeling like they are very intrigued, very captivated, but holding out on making a decision, because if it ends up being like not as awesome, or you aren't exactly who they thought, they don't want it to be like a soul crushing moment. It's the best, isn't it? Oh, so many choices, so little time. Hold on, we can't go yet. I still have to try like 7 other flavors. Sorry. I get really excited about Dr. Pepper. I don't get paid for that yet. Number 15 and number 36, migration and owl. Initiate, beginnings, freedom, adventure, and first step. Wisdom, advancement, independent thinking, and enlightenment. So they've been doing their own thing for a long time, but there's something here about your energy that really draws them in. So they decide to take this first step that they haven't taken in a very long time towards getting to know you better. And part of the reason they're so drawn to you is they do feel like you are wise. They do feel like you are experienced, like you've been through things and held your head up high or stayed true to your morals, your boundaries, your principles. They kind of feel like you're the opposite of this person that they dated before, who was the high priestess in the reverse. This is the Earth and Bone Oracle, by the way. Sorcerer, number 18. Ambition, determination, willpower, creation, and focus. There's an element of their attraction to you that is tied to your ability to make things happen. Now, for some of you, this could just be that you're extremely organized. Maybe you're a phenomenal parent. Maybe you own your own business. Maybe you have recovered after a pretty significant loss or change in your life, but they respect how you move. They're like, okay, you're kind of bold. They like that. This is the Gypsy Oracle. What's up, Key Controller? Hello, Vichitata. How's your day? It's one of those days, huh, Key Controller? They ain't helping me out. So we've got sweetheart, faithfulness in the reverse, joyfulness in the reverse. This person feels like they could be happy with you because you seem like a trustworthy person, but they've been burned on that in the past. So what they want to find out is, are you actually this sweetheart? Are you actually this person who has good intentions and wants to do right by them and is as attracted to them as they are to you? Or will they find out, weeks down the road that you've just been like putting on an act? Priest in the reverse, friend in the reverse, service in the reverse, lover in the reverse. I'm telling you, this person has like cleared the room. They let go of multiple people at once. So they are not one to like hesitate if they need to cut somebody out of their life. They're like, I've done this before. Let's go. Like, I'm not scared, but they want to make sure they don't kick you to the curb before actually figuring you out. There's something that they really do feel is different about you, especially when compared to this person from their past. But these are all in the reverse, these cards. And I feel like it's all people that they were like, can't trust you. So they're trying to figure out if they can trust you because everything else they're looking for, they feel like you have. They're like, stars in my eyes, my face hurts, I'm smiling too much. So we've got the Merchant and Prison. Really? Oh, not that saying. I don't want to use that saying. They don't want to find themselves in a commitment before they really know who you are. Something about a cow. I hate that saying, but they don't want to make things official because the Merchant, for me, this is like a transaction, right? Like an agreement, if you will. Some of you, this person may be thinking about moving or moving in with you, something along those lines, thinking about long term. But they don't want to feel like they are chained in a relationship. They don't want to feel like they are stuck, right? So how can I make sure that I don't rush into this relationship and that I really know who this Queen of Hearts is before I get to that point? This is the Gold Foil Tarot. Obviously. Howdy, Christina. How are you doing today, hon? Or butter. We've got the Magician in the reverse, the Three of Cups, and the Queen of Pentacles. For real? You about to get a loyalty test. That's what this is. Magician in the reverse. creating a scenario, setting the scene, making sure you're looking where you're supposed to, that kind of thing. 3 of Cups, another person entering the equation, maybe hitting on you, and a test to see if you are, in fact, this Queen of Pentacles. Don't pay too close attention to the gender in tarot. This is energy. I'm never reading physicality here. But this is somebody who wants to know if you are the type they can trust. What happens if somebody else hits on you? Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. 10 of Cups in the reverse. Strength. Yeah, they're trying to see if somebody is your type, or if somebody is, you know, real charming, would you turn them down? And I feel like you would, because we have the Strength card here. And I feel like they're hoping that that's how it goes. Now, some of you out here, you're going to be like, oh, we're doing a loyalty test and we aren't even in a relationship yet? Like, what is wrong with you? I'm not telling you that this is going to be like one of those like videos where they're looking up on like somebody's TikTok to see if your person's on Tinder. This is more so feeling like kind of like a soft touch test, whatever that might be. They want to see how you would react if somebody hits on you, or if somebody tries to like come back from the past, that kind of thing. I'm not really a fan of tests, but I also understand to some degree that this person really wants to make sure they know who you are before they get into a relationship. So you could potentially like address this by just bringing it up in a conversation so they don't feel like they have to. But it really depends on how the two of you communicate. It would seem like you communicate pretty directly and it's fun because they do feel like you're trustworthy. They just want to know that you're trustworthy. Moon in the reverse, Page of Wands, King of Wands. I just saw somebody sitting behind a two-way mirror. Like, that's not really what's going to happen, but I think there's somebody here who is going to hit on you and you have zero interest in them, and you're going to say that, and it's going to get back to this person who's interested in you. They're going to be like, cool. All right, so they really do like me. Page of Pentacles in the reverse. 7 of Cups. Death. Yeah, I feel like you're very quick to turn down somebody else. For some of you, this is not something they set up. For some of you, it's just that the person you're seeing, maybe 10 feet, 20 feet away from you, see somebody else hit on you, and you are quick to shut that down. They gain trust in you a little bit more each day, but there's something in particular about somebody expressing interest in you and you not being about it. Like, nah, that's the person right there. Thanks, though. This is the Romance Angel Oracle. What else do we have? Engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. Religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. They see you as the person they could spend the rest of their life with, but they want to make sure that your morals and your principles line up. Are you going to approach the relationship in a same like fashion? Some of you may benefit from premarital counseling. I think in most places, do they require it or something? Yeah, I'm seeing that for some of you. Make the effort and give your relationship a chance. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take, and work on your partnership. Yeah, I do think this is somebody who wants to do right by you, somebody who is like infatuated, if not already in love with you. They want to make sure that you are actually going to approach things in a loyal way, not try to control them like this person from their past. And once they get that, to them, it's like a green light. Then it's like, okay, like, I'll give you the world, you know? But I need to make sure that you are not fake first. This is the Fairy Godmother Oracle. What else do we have? Hey, Jenny, how are you doing? So we've got knowledge. I do feel like something that connects the two of you or helps you to fall in love with each other is something you connect on that you have a natural curiosity over, shared interest, right? But like specifically pertaining to reading or being knowledgeable on that particular subject. Maybe you're both really into cars. Maybe you're both really into history, but like a specific thing, right? We've got Mother Nature. Might be that you're really into outdoor activities, hiking, camping, that kind of thing. Or you might really benefit from spending time outside with this person. Something about the energy that you project or that you offer being easier for them to read when there's like fewer people around you, right? Hey, Farah, how are you doing? This is the signs of the times. What else? Mirror, reflection, peace, and harmony. So part of the issue that I think this, what am I calling you? So they view you as the Queen of Cups. The person you're dealing with is the Temperance, is what I'm going to call them. This person, they feel like they may have gotten caught up or stuck in relationships in the past because what they really fell in love with was their own energy reflected back to them in the person that they were spending time with. In other words, some of you are so magical that your energy makes other people sparkle. You got to be able to tell the difference between your own sparkle landing on other people and them having their own sparkle. So this is somebody realizing I need to just like take my time, get to know you a little bit and see who you really are and, not make too quick a decision because sometimes I think we have somebody that was yearning to be understood and wanted to think somebody did, but found out it was just someone who wanted to control them. All right, this is the Morgan Greer. What else do we have? What else do we have? Knight of Cups in the reverse, Six of Cups, Knight of Wands in the reverse. Initially, there was a concern that the connection between the two of you was just physical, very strong attraction, lots of chemistry. But if you had like some sort of break or separation, just didn't talk as much or you weren't able to see each other, this person realized that what they missed was more than that. It's the conversation. Yeah, this person's been thinking about you a lot. And they're realizing they mistook you for a Queen of Wands. They thought you were somebody that was maybe just like for the streets, maybe just a little bit like too into yourself or not wanting to show like the crazy side. And now they're realizing you're a Queen of Cups. You might be very attractive, but what they initially assumed was kind of like a disloyal energy. They're acknowledging that was an unfair judgment of you. Sun in the reverse, the Four of Cups. So if they rejected you or there was some sort of like pause in your connection, it was they're like recalibrating and being honest with themselves that maybe they wanted to not like you or wanted to feel like you weren't that great of a person so that they could justify going back to being on their own or, avoid some problem. But we've got somebody admitting, I was wrong. I looked at the situation too quickly, or I wanted to see things that were negative. But the truth is, it's my own shortcomings or it's my own experiences that I need to let go of. So I feel this is very mature. Somebody acknowledging that they can admit when they're wrong, This is the Love Oracle. What else do we have? Apology and only you. So whoever walked away or assumed someone was a Queen of Wands, we've got an apology saying, the truth is I've only been thinking about you. Peace, balance, harmony, friendship, commitment. And maybe I need to kind of like redefine my understanding of what it would be like to be in a relationship. Maybe I could actually be happy. Maybe I could be with somebody that is my match or, that keeps me entertained or captivated or excited, whatever it is. They're acknowledging that not everyone is like this person from their past, the High Priestess in the reverse. This is the Voyage of the Soul. Jess, I think you know whether or not I agree or relate. Wow. We've got create, art, poetry, music, dance, expression, color. That does make a lot of sense. We had the King and the Queen of Wands come out. These are generally seen as people who are very creative, could be involved in the arts. And then we also have the universe, God, source, intelligence, prayers, support, and above. Soul, infinite self, source, non-physical, karma, and Akashic records. I think for many of you, you're starting to realize, or your person is, that you've been through enough. It's time for you to be in a healthy relationship. It's just a little difficult for you sometimes to accept the good things because you've been used to some more difficult or challenging experiences. It's like, I haven't gotten a massage in a really long time, but I tend to have issues in my back and neck. And it's like when you lay down on that massage table and you know that it's best if you just lay into it, right? But sometimes it takes a second before you realize okay, I don't have to be all holding all of that stress, right? This is somebody who's trying to let go of the residual fear or concerns they had over that past relationship and remind themselves that they have grown, they have intuition, they have discernment, and what they initially felt might have been not the most healthy of connections, or maybe you were toxic in some way. They're realizing now that maybe they just need to let themselves enjoy the moment. So we have the Dreams card. Like I said, I think this person is daydreaming about a life with you, but with this evil eye, there could be someone, a third party that doesn't want to see them move on, or they may have been assuming that you have this same High Priestess in the reverse energy as their ex. This is the Truth Is. What else do we have? Delusional, false beliefs about the relationship. Hey, sorry, I thought you were a jerk, so, will you forgive me? Oops. I judged you too soon. They're admitting they were wrong. And I think they're going to open up to you about past situation that they had where, you know, we've got the abusive and the addiction card. So I do think this person was emotionally abused. I fear it was worse than that for many of you. Be good to people. You never know what they're going through. And if anyone's able to put a 1-800 number up there for those that are going through that, I would really appreciate that. But I do think that this individual who's falling for you had to work really hard to get away from a toxic situation. They themselves may have been dealing with addiction, or they may have been with somebody who was going through trying to get sober or problems associated with addiction. This has made it difficult for them to trust, but they are still willing. They are still invested in like looking for that relationship, right? Hello, Bobby. How are you doing? So we've got missing you, longing to be with you again. And double life, partner engaged in secret relationships or behaviors. See, I think for many of you, this is potentially going to have one of those moments where the person from the past who was toxic is coming back around to try to get their ex back. But I don't think they're interested in that. They're very taken with you. Otherwise, we have somebody, like I said, with that loyalty test, somebody trying to make sure that you are not like their ex who could have been cheating on them. So just need to have a clear conversation, right? Because I think they want to trust you. They just need to know that they're not being foolish. Let's see. This is the cats rule the earth. What else do we have? Page of Cups in the reverse. 6 of Cups. So yes, I've had some difficult times. I've been sad, or I felt like I needed space from people. I had to recover from a toxic relationship. But meeting you has reminded me that there are good people out there, or that there are people who would treat me well, treat me with respect, or want to see me happy. So they see you as this Queen of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, somebody who is loving and lovable and reliable. They're just real eager to make sure that they're right about that. I think because they want to be an exclusive relationship, or for many of you, they're trying to figure out whether or not this could be something that moves towards engagement or marriage. 4 of Cups, 6 of Wands. So we go from someone who's like, I don't know, I don't think I can trust you. It's just like asking too much. What if you're like that person from my past to, oh, so you are genuine, so I can trust you. Okay. Magician and the Knight of Swords. So this leads to a conversation where somebody makes very clear what their intentions are, what they want. And I do feel like it's a happy conversation. I feel like you might be surprised to hear what this person wants, or that they have been daydreaming about a life with you. You've got the Ace of Pentacles and the 2 of Cups. Yeah, I think this person's on the verge of asking you to level up the relationship, and they want to make sure that they've read you correctly and that you really are this person that they've been waiting for. They're excited about you. Oh, so cute. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I love you all. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you for the likes and the subscribes, and I will see you in the next reading. Hi, Upper Echelon. Toodles.